Hey everyone, my name is Vase. I run the Left for the Vultures YouTube channel, and I am the lead designer of Left for the Vultures, the role-playing game. And with me today,
I'm Geo, and I run the Headless Hammerhead YouTube channel.
so today we're doing something special. We are showcasing character creation using our character builder online for Left for the Vultures, so that you can get an idea of how the process goes for making a character for the game that will be launching in less than a month on Kickstarter. So very exciting. And I can't wait to see what kind of character you come up with. So today's video is going to be showcasing the character creation, and then we're going to run that character through a one-shot, one-on-one, and see how he fares in the world of Left for the Vultures. Are you ready, Jill?
Yeah, I am ready.
So for the character creation, we're going to be using the online character builder, which we'll be showcasing here. And as we go through it, I'm going to explain kind of each decision point, what happens. The best way to create a character for Left for the Vultures is to come up with a concept, an idea in your head of what you want your character to be like, and then pick abilities and things like that based on that concept. All right, Gio. So we ready here?
Ready to roll. Can you zoom that up a little? Yeah. Yeah. Now we're talking.
All right. So what do you want to name your character?
Okay, so I have some notes over here from what I was drawing up in my mind. So his his name is going to be Pilfor, Pilfor,
Nice.
and his last name Mutenti.
Now, for those of you who
give me a last name, man. Mutenti. Pilfor, not Pilfo. There you go.
Pilfor Mutenti. Now, for those of you who don't want to come up with a name for your character, we do have a randomizer right here, the little dice. If you click on it, it'll create a character name for you. There's over 50,000 different individual things that then combine to make an unlimited amount of combinations that you can have. So like Gideon Old Bones, Cyprian Hexenwald, the Sorrowful, anything like that.
That's a great name. Wow.
Holy cow. Is a great name. We'll save that. We'll store that for later. But Pilfor Mutenti is going to be your name, since that's what you selected. Now, on this web-based character builder, on the very top, as you fill your character's name, you'll see it right up here next to the Vultures logo. If you're using the mobile version, it will not show the Vultures logo, and this is, obviously because of sizing and scaling, it'll be scaled a little bit different. But on the top, you'll still be able to see your main statistics. Everybody starts with 10 physical health, 10 mental health, 20 grit, and then walk movement of 30 and 3 vengeance dice. So all that is standard, and that will change as we build the character. And here are the steps of each part of the character creation process, and you can jump from one to the other. So you don't have to do it necessarily in order. If you decide you know what breed you want to do, but you don't know what name you want to pick, you can always do that first and then go from there. So Pilfor Mutenti, what is Pilfor's age?
34.
Starting old. And then most characters start with 400 ashes, but we did make the ability to modify that in case your particular gaming group wants to start your characters with more ashes or less to make your game easier or harder based on your group. In addition, the game gives you some archetypes. Because the game is so open and freeform in terms of character creation, a lot of people have trouble coming up with a concept. So we have different archetypes that you can pick from that'll kind of get you a head start on the concept for your character. And you can pick a archetype from the book right here. All the ones that are in the book are on this web builder. So you can just pick one and then go from there. Now, if we're not going to pick an archetype, we can just skip that and just go right here where it says breed, and we'll go next. I'm assuming you didn't pick an archetype, right?
I did not.
All right. So now your breed is, in other games, it's called a race or an ancestry or heritage, whatever. In this game, it's called a breed. So there are 10 breeds in the game. And one of them is a twice-blooded, which is a combination of 2 other breeds. So what did you choose for a breed for your character?
You know I love dice manipulation, so Gremlin is the way to go.
Gremlin, they're small green or jet black skinned creatures who are very mischievous and known to bring bad luck to those around them. We pick Gremlin, and their abilities, once per moon, they can force a creature to reroll and take the worst result. And you get a free mastery and additional grit. You get quite a few benefits. The drawback with Gremlin is they can only be small or average size, or little or average size. They cannot be big.
So I'm gonna go with average size.
Okay, you're a slightly larger gremlin. You pick average, you get to pick either +1 nimbleness or +1 composure.
So we'll go with
Nimbleness is your kind of dexterity or ability to dodge things and move within the shadows. Composure is your ability to kind of compose yourself or keep your wits about you in stressful situations.
So he was a serial killer, so he's gonna have nimbleness.
All right, nimbleness it is. Next, we're going to spend our ashes. So we start with 400 ashes that you can see right here on the top. Those ashes are like your buy points that you can use to buy different abilities, boost your attributes, and all that stuff. So you spend them as you wish to shape your character into whatever you want them to be. So first, what I would recommend is start with whatever disciplines you want to start for your character. You can pick as many disciplines as you have ashes for. Every time you pick a discipline, you're going to spend 50 ashes, but you get a free mastery by doing so as well. Now, disciplines are like groups of abilities. So they're within those disciplines are mastery. So there's specific abilities you can buy within each discipline. So what did you want your character to be doing?
So he's gonna go with skulking.
Skulking, nice. So skulking is a tactics discipline. Basically, it's what people do to kind of blend in the shadows. Assassins, bounty hunters, they like using skulking.
He's a
masteries.
serial
So you
killer,
pick
so he needs
skulking.
it.
Yeah.
And then he went with Deadeye.
Deadeye is for accuracy, specifically from ranged attacks, but it does have some abilities for melee attacks as well. So we're going to go ahead and pick Deadeye.
And Vulture's Dance.
Vulture's Dance is an interesting one. This one is for those characters who like to team up against the enemy. In this game, combat is brutal. So whatever advantage you can get, even if it's an unfair advantage, take advantage of it. Vulture's Dance allows your character to pick abilities that give them additional bonuses when teaming up against enemies. So Vulture's Dance it is. So you pick those three. Did you want to boost any of your attributes?
Yeah, so I went with 3 ferocity.
Ferocity is your ability to deal damage in hand-to-hand combat. It also boosts your health. So you notice as we add ferocity, the physical health goes up by the number of points we add ferocity to. We added 1 nimbleness because of your breed bonus, so that's already at 1.
So we're gonna
What else
boost
did you
that
go
up to
with?
5. The nimbleness.
Nimbleness? Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's a serial killer, man. He's sneaky.
Very nice. So notice that also boosts your physical health. 3 of your attributes boost your physical health, which is these top 3 here: ferocity, nimbleness, and resilience. Composure is the only one that boosts your mental health. Did you want to add any other attributes?
Yeah, we're gonna go 2 with 2 for resilience and 1 composure. I just don't like having zeros. I know you can, but
Yeah, for sure. So resilience is your character's
1
ability
composure.
to take damage.
2 resilience, 1 composure.
So resilience is your character's ability to withstand injury, to block attacks and avoid taking damage, that kind of stuff. Composure is your ability to compose yourself in stressful situations. So now your pH has gone up to 20 and your MH to 11. You've gained bonus grit because of your breed. So you're at 23 grit. Grit is what you use. You spend that to do special attacks and special abilities and all that. All right. Did you want to go down and pick your masteries now?
Yeah. So we're going with Blessing of Battle.
So Blessing of Battle, that one is a general mastery. Now your breed gets you a bonus mastery, which we'll pick in just a moment. But Blessing of Battle is a general, so any character can take Blessing of Battle without buying any additional disciplines. And what that one says is um, you spend 10 minutes performing a rite, and it gives everyone in your group 5 temporary grit, which can exceed your maximum. So right now your grit's 23. If you do a Blessing of Battle, you're going into battle. You do it right before the combat. Now you will have 28 grit to spend on your abilities during the combat. That's a good choice.
And each mastery that you take, you get a free mastery from that. A free ability
Each
from
discipline that you take, you get a free mastery
go.
from that discipline.
There you go. Favorite of God, one of my favorite.
Favorite of God is another one. You like dice manipulation? This is another good one. You get the extra reroll for being a gremlin, and now you're going to get an additional reroll because you're a favorite of God, and you get additional grit for free. That's another good one. It's a passive mastery.
That's right. And then Chase.
So Chase, I believe, is in the Skulking. Nope. Vulture Stance. Vulture Stance. So basically, the way it works, because he picked Vulture's Dance as one of his disciplines, he can take a mastery from Vulture's Dance, and one of those masteries is called Chase. That one costs 1 grit to use. When an enemy moves, you can move up to 10 feet in their direction, and it doesn't take an action to do it.
Yeah, so you can basically
That'll give
hunt
you
down.
quite a bit of mobility. And
Oh
as a
yeah.
serial killer, that's actually really, really cool to have.
Yep. Then I went with Faint.
Faint is, I believe, so Deadeye, I believe, right? Nope, it's also in Vulture's Dance. So Faint, so that's going to cost 30 ashes. You've already spent the free ones that you got. You've gotten Blessing of Battle, Favor of God, and Chase. Because you picked 3 disciplines, you got 3 free masteries, and they don't have to be within that discipline. You could just learn a discipline and have no masteries in it, and use your free mastery on any of the ones that you know. So in this case, he's used all 3 because he picked Skulking, Deadeye, and Vulture's Dance as their disciplines. And now he needs to pay to buy more abilities. So 30 ashes is what it'll cost if he wants to get Faint. So Faint costs 2 grit to use. And if you have 2 or more enemies surrounding you, then you can daze one by spending the 2 grit. So basically, you're going to throw something in their eye and daze them, and then you can attack another one and add a D4, which the little asterisk here means that explodes. So an exploding D4 added to the damage on the second one. Pretty cool. Gives you a huge advantage when fighting multiple foes at once.
Yep. All right. And then Curse of Odd Fortunes.
So your breed gives you a free, and you get to pick from one of these 2, Curse of Odd Fortunes or Evil Eye. Geo chose Curse of Odd Fortunes. Costs 4 grit to use, but one creature within 50 feet must re-roll even numbers. The big benefit of that is that for any dice to explode, they need to roll an even number, because every single die, the maximum value on that die is even. So therefore, you're preventing your enemy from rolling any critical damage. So you're preventing them from maximizing their rolls. This is a really good defensive ability.
Yep, I love that ability. And Run Through.
Run Through, I believe. Nope, it is in Deadeye. Also not in Deadeye.
Hey, so why did I take Deadeye?
Maybe for later. You can always buy disciplines and pick masteries later as you advance. Run Through costs 30, or you have to spend 30 ashes to buy it. You're down to 120. Costs 4 grit. And then when you're using a move action, you can deal 6 damage to a creature within 5 feet. So anywhere during your move from here to there, if there's a creature in the way, you can just attack them or run through them and damage them and continue moving. Also really, really handy when fighting multiple foes, clearing out a battlefield.
Yeah, which is great with Chase. When you get an automatic move when an enemy moves,
Yep,
you use
can
Run Through
combine
with
them.
that. You're getting free hits.
Correct. Yeah, that's actually really, really handy. Get every advantage you can get. All right. Any other masteries? You have 90 ashes left.
So I used the rest to boost my pH and MH. So pH, we're going to get it to 29 total. And then MH, we're going to get it to 20.
And there you go. It's all the ashes. So he cost 5 ashes to boost one of these by 1 point. So spent 45 on each one. And then the pH bonuses are based on some of the masteries that he took. So right now your character has 29 physical health, which is really good, 20 MH, which is decent, 26 grit, which is great, walking speed of 30, and 3 vengeance dice. Next, we're going to pick your equipment.
Yes.
So every character can use any weapon or armor. Now, there are heavy armors that require skill to use because they're heavy, so you take some training. And the heavy weapons also take some skill, so you'll need to have a specific mastery to use heavy armor or heavy weapons. But other than that, you can pick any armor in the game. Now, each armor has very specific traits that are positive, but some of them have negative traits as well. So like the heavier you go, it affects your movement, your ability to hide, and things like that. But they offer better protection.
So I'm going with Brigandine.
Brigandine armor. So that's a light armor. So it's going to provide the least amount of protection. So now your defense is going to be 4.
Yeah, but the bonus.
But when you're what's up?
The bonus that it gives is awesome.
Yep, the bonus is great, especially if you're trying to act ahead of enemies. When your initiative is 1, you can act on 10 instead, which is really good. And then any character can wear a helmet or a shield. They take up equipment slots, so you have to be strategic in how you select that. Is your character wearing a helmet or shield? Neither one. So your character is susceptible to, if they get caught in taking attacks, that could be a problem. Now you have a total of 10 equipment slots. You've used one for your armor. What weapons
Yes.
are you picking?
All right, so I'm just going with the hook.
That's it?
Yes.
Wow. So these light weapons, they don't take up an equipment slot. So you'll notice it didn't take up the equipment slot. But they don't roll dice to deal damage. They do a flat damage. They don't have the ability to critically damage anyone. So the hook deals 3 damage plus your ferocity. But again, it's a benefit that it doesn't take up a slot. So are you picking any other weapons? No ranged weapons either?
Um, hmm. Uh, no, because my character's true ability is in his movement and sneak attacking. So it's just gonna be, easy move in, strike, move away. And I have a lot of abilities that allow me to get
Very
away
risky.
from. Yeah.
I recommend for most people to take at least one ranged weapon, because sometimes if you're being attacked from above, you'll need a way to defend yourself. But we'll see how Gio's character fares with no way to attack from range.
We'll see.
Any additional items? You have 9 slots available.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with that bear pepper.
Bear pepper, so you can daze a creature.
Yep.
I see your character's having a few ways to daze the enemy. Dazing is really good because it lowers their ability to damage you.
Corpse wax.
This one's cool. It adds to your defense until you take damage. So if you guard and take no damage, you continue gaining the bonus until you take some damage. That's really good.
Essence of stirring.
More mobility. Now, all these items are free to use. They don't take any actions to use them. So that's a huge benefit for those.
Yep. Caltrops.
Caltrops are great for controlling a battlefield. You can cover up to 15-foot area. It becomes harsh terrain. And every time someone moves through them, they're taking damage. Really good.
A lot of free damage for me.
Yeah.
Lucky charm.
More dice manipulation. Once per moon, you can reroll die. Just getting a lot of rerolls here. Your character's definitely a dice manipulator.
Yep. And tallow plug.
The tallow plug is great. Bleeding is one of the harshest conditions that you can get in the game, because it keeps giving you automatic damage every round and it takes an action to stop the bleeding. And it keeps getting worse. The more time you allow the bleeding condition to remain, the more damage you're taking every round. So being able to stop bleeding without using an action is really handy. So looking up, you still have 3 more equipment slots. Are you going to fill them up? I
We
recommend
are.
any character to fill up their equipment slots. There is no currency. There is a optional rule where you can play with currency and buy items, but by default, the game is set so that you're not really spending any currency. You can, if you're in town, you can refill your equipment slots once you've used them up right before an adventure. So you always have the ability to have all your equipment slots filled if you needed to.
We'll go with that last item, the witch pins.
Witch pins, yeah, they give you more ferocity. So you're basically hurting yourself to make yourself angry. You're bleeding, which is a really, really bad condition to have, but you can always stop the bleeding with the tallow plug. But it gives you for the entire combat +2 ferocity, which is adding to your damage output. That's really
My free damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final thing, I'm gonna get a little stray animal.
Cool. Tiny stray animal gives you some comfort, and you can heal 2 mental health once per moon. Doesn't use up the item, but it's once per moon that you can use it. Cool, and that fills up all your equipment slots. So everything is all done and ready to go. So now we can export the character if we want. So here are some injuries and scars tables if you wanted to start with any kind of forbidden magic or forbidden knowledge. In your case, you get 1 forbidden knowledge discipline, which you chose the Curse of Odd Fortunes. That's forbidden knowledge, but because it's a breed benefit and not an actual mastery that you took by learning it, you're not required to take any kind of mental injuries or mental health scars. So your character doesn't need to start with any scars, but if you needed to, you can roll on these tables right up here. So you've used up all your ashes, you've filled up all your equipment, and your character's ready to go. Let's go ahead and export them. And now it downloads. And so there's my McAfee. Let me share the exported character sheet.
I'm excited to play this character.
Yeah, I can't wait till
Hopefully
you
it works.
run them
Hopefully
through.
it works the way I'm planning for him to work.
So here's your character. So by clicking export, it exports it right to the official Left for the Vultures fillable character sheet, Pilfer Tenny. There is a bug I got to fix where when you export it, it just picks Elf as a twice blooded. You're not twice blooded, so that should be a no. I need to get that fixed. But you are a gremlin, average size, and then no ashes. You can refill your ashes here. You gain ashes as you complete, your vengeance arcs. You defeat enemies, or you solve, mysteries, things like that. You gain ashes for roleplay. A bunch of different ways to earn ashes, and ashes are spent just like how we spent them to create the character. You can spend ashes at the end of any session to boost up your abilities, gain more masteries, and that kind of stuff.
Which
And
is
everything
I love
exported
that
here.
so much better than, like, leveling up, which is the traditional D&D way. This is a lot more like the karma point system from the old
Yeah,
Marvel game from the '90s, where you don't really level up, but you can boost up your stats, you can get new abilities, and buy them using the ashes, which is really cool. Because then basically your character can improve, basically what
different
you want.
areas. Yep. Yeah, and there's ways to improve your character in addition to ashes, and that is by taking defeats, both mental and physical health. When it hits 0, you can take a defeat, take a mental scar, a physical wound, and you'll gain more vengeance. You'll gain more grit, so your character becomes tougher, more able to deal with situations and things like that. So there is advancement both for victories and defeats in this game. So we have a pretty cool character here, very nimble, pretty good amount of health, fighting with a hook, which is super interesting as a serial killer. And I'm assuming he's just going to be hiding in the shadows and attacking people and
I'm
just
gonna
running
send
through
my
them.
dog out. I'm gonna throw out caltrops, have my dog dance around so they're distracted, swing in, whoosh, hook them. If they move, I can
Love it.
chase them or move further away, and I get a free hit on them. So it's gonna be really interesting.
Really cool. I'm excited to see this character play out. We will be running a one shot and see how he does. And if you take some injuries, it'd be cool to showcase how that works as well. So can't wait to show you guys and have you guys experience Left for the Vultures the way that we intended it when we designed it. Thank you guys for joining us on this character creation journey. And remember, we're launching very soon on Kickstarter. We'll put the link in the video description in the comments. And if you have any questions at all, if you want to check out Left for the Vultures, reach out to me. I'd love to send you a playtest packet as well. Even though playtest is done, you can at least experience the game for yourselves early ahead of the launch. Thank you guys very much. I've been Vase Odin from Left for the Vultures.
And I'm Gio from the Headless Hammerhead YouTube channel.
Thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you all real soon.
Take care.